All right, so good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. It is now 6:05 p.m. in the Republic of this lovely nation that we call home. And finally, we can say resoundingly once more that we got rid of the People's National Movement. All right? So I came from Senate today, Parliament today, viewing what was happening, and listening to Faris Al-Rawi as former Attorney General to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and also listening to all the relevant persons speak about the pension amendment bill, and then obviously before in regards to CEPEP. Now, a lot of persons have a lot to say about CEPEP and 10,000 plus going home and everybody's surprised and all this Nancy story, the hoorah, the making this, the PNM in particular, making this a big deal, or they're making a big deal out of nothing. The UNC-led administration, Trinidad and Tobago, has done so much more than the PNM has done in 10 long years. If you do not believe that, and if you cannot see that, then you are absolutely blind to the fact of everything that has been going on, all of the orders that have been coming from the office of the Prime Minister down to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, I understand that you're not reaping the benefits of it just yet on the ground, but might I inform you and remind you that we have not even crossed a mid-year budget review just yet. I am hearing Faris Al-Rawi talking about a malicious government and all kind of nonsense he's spewing to the general population, particularly the PNM voting base. Whatever base they think they still have, that base is who he is trying to appeal to. But I want him to know that we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and the people that you're trying to appeal to, are much more smarter than you are right now. We are not taking, or they are not taking, your Nancy stories anymore and eating it as though, they don't know what they're eating. We have social media and they have social media, and we have access to information. Every single thing that is debated in the Parliament of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, I love that they have a QR code now, because now you can scan the QR code and get the order papers and get everything that they are speaking about there in Parliament. Information is there for you, the general population, to read and decipher for yourself, rather than running outside there in a red sheet to try and protest absolutely nothing. Because that is what the PNM is spewing. Absolutely nothing. A set of garbage is regurgitating out the mouth of Penelope Beckles as opposition leader, as well as out of the Senator, the Honorable Faris Al-Rawi's mouth as well. Because nothing that they have to say has any relevance, has no substance, has no base, has no merit. Nothing that they have to say have either of those things that I just described. But these are the people that go before the Parliament, that go into the Senate, into the Honorable Lower House, and they are the ones that are representing you. But what are they really representing, Trinidad and Tobago? What is Faris Al-Rawi representing? What is Penelope Beckles as leader of the opposition representing? And all of a sudden, these are the people that have a voice after Keith Christopher Rowley, after that former Prime Minister, Keith Christopher Rowley, destroyed the very fabric and the very fundamentals of Trinidad and Tobago. After all of that, they have nothing to say, they have nothing to offer Trinidad and Tobago, and all they are fighting for is their jobs and the contracts in which the current government, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, is getting rid of. And because Kamala Persad-Bissessar threatens their pockets and their financial earnings on a deep level here in Trinidad and Tobago, and she is rooting out all of the corruption that took place in CEPEP, and it's taking place across the board, even with her own ministers. She is telling them that if you want a house, you could go and pay for it. If you want a car, you could go and pay for it. That is what the current Prime Minister, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, is saying. If you want these things as a government minister, it shall not be off the backs of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. That is the type of leadership we have now, rather than a former prime minister who will tell you that, well, procurement, government could spend any amount of money they want to spend money on, or government will shut down the petroleum refinery, or government doing this and government doing that, and you don't even know where your money going to. Look at Faris Al-Rawi building their family building in Port of Spain. That is what he is fighting for. He is fighting for those things, so therefore government could stay spending hundreds of millions of dollars on friends and families to benefit. That shall no longer happen under the UNC-led administration. It is no longer happening. We are going to declare it. The current Prime Minister, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, have noted resoundingly over and over and over again that every single thing will be made public. And that is what the PNM is afraid of. The PNM is fighting for their supper. They are afraid that Kamala Persad-Bissessar, Senior Counsel, Member of Parliament for Saparia, and Prime Minister to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago will make all of their dirty linens and all of the stuff that they're trying to hide, all of the underground things that they're trying to hide, public. Look at WASA. Look at WASA. All of the millions of dollars that the former administration, the PNM-led administration, was spending behind this restructuring of WASA. I hear Rambles talk about it. I hear this one talk about it. I hear the other one talk about it. And the reality of the situation is this. And forgive me if I'm being blunt, but the reality of the situation is this. People are not getting a constant supply of water. End of story. That's it. So every single thing that was done by the People's National Movement for the past 10 years have not worked. So why should we, as a new government, as UNC supporters, as government officials, come into power today and continue the same thing that they've been doing because they spend millions of dollars? That's some people's narrative. That was Trini Ramble's narrative. But if it was proven that it didn't work, and it's not working, and clearly it brought no type of restructuring or any sort of change, semblance of change for the Water and Sewerage Authority, why should we, as a new administration, continue a failing structure or continue utilizing this failing plan by the PNM? Why? Why should we do it? Yes, it's going to cost the state right now. Yes, it will cost us money right now. But it will save us in the long run. WASA was spending millions of dollars behind what? People? To hire people? To pay a CEO hundreds of thousands of dollars? And pay more staff, a lot of management staff, while workers fend and try, they can't get 4% or they're getting 4%? That is what we call governance? The PNM style of government? That's what we want? Clearly not. We resoundingly voted that out in the 2025 general election. We voted it out. We said no to that. Moving forward from now until 2030, you, the People's National Movement, now have to deal with us, and we will deal with you as well. We have a response for every single thing that you would spread on social media and you would spread inside of the parliament. We will not allow you, Faris Al-Rawi, Penelope Beckles, and all of the PNM goats right now to attack the leader of the government, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, just like that, without us, the people, the warriors, responding. Because we will respond. And we are not afraid to respond. So Faris Al-Rawi, the Honorable Faris Al-Rawi, Senator Faris Al-Rawi, do what you want. Say what you want. You will not move the forces of the United National Congress. You will not move us. We will stand strong and stand firm behind the leader of government, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, SC, MP, and Prime Minister to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We will stand strong behind our leader. We will stand strong behind all of our policies. Every single policy now, every single thing that is done now by the United National Congress, these were spoken about on public platforms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar and all of her MPs, all of the persons sitting inside the parliament right now told us this is what they want to get done. This is what we wanted to do, and this is what you will vote for. The people of Trinidad and Tobago have voted resoundingly for these changes. The TTRA to scrap that. Scrap that. The reopening of the Petrotrin refinery, and it's happening. It will happen. The reopening of the university, well, not reopening, but the opening of the University South Campus in Debe Penal, and it will happen. It will happen. Every single thing that is being done now by the Kamala-led administration is exactly what Trinidad and Tobago wanted. It is exactly what we voted for, and it is exactly what we will get. So if you vex, too bad. Who vex, lost. This is a prospering Trinidad and Tobago. Give it time, Trinidad and Tobago. Give it time. We have not passed a mid-year budget review just yet. Let me remind you of that. We have not passed a mid-year budget review just yet. We are going on to 2 months of the leadership of Kamala Persad-Bissessar, and we have saved ourselves from 10 years and another 5 years of that Keith Rowley-led administration, of that. Listen, you don't even know what type of administration it was. We don't know if to call it a Keith Rowley-led administration. We don't know if to call it a Faris Arawi-led administration. I don't know if to call it a Stuart Young-led administration or Penelope Beckers-led administration. The PNM fighting for power amongst themselves will allow you all to fight across there. Just don't bother we. You talk about your holding us accountable. We don't need all here. If we had our way, none of y'all would have been there. There would have never been an opposition. There would have not been an opposition. But thank God you're there, right? You thank God you're there. We're not thanking God that you're there. We want you out of here. The PNM is the same PNM that it has been from day one. Nothing at all has changed. Nothing. So that's the facts, Trinidad and Tobago. And the blatant truth is that we got rid of Keith Rowley for a reason, and we placed Kamala Persad-Bissessar there for a reason. And so far, thus far, Trinidad and Tobago, to all of you on social media, the reality is this administration now is much different from the administration that was there between the periods of 2010 to 2015. The Kamala Persad-Bissessar then is not the Kamala Persad-Bissessar now, and I want to congratulate the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, because she has not only grown, but she has learned to let you, the PNM, be. All your talk. Say what you want to say. The reality is, we in charge now. Have a good day, Trinidad and Tobago.